now you look stupid.
Good evening, Hoonigan viewers. On tonight's episode of Tangents, Larry Chen chases down the Twerkstallion. We get to know a little bit more about our man, Danger Dan, and Gary King Jr. settles a debate.
10-line 6 versus V8, I'm tired of it.
Many of you may be familiar with our lead fabricator, Danger Dan, but not everybody is familiar with his background before he came to Hoonigan. So, we got a chance to dive a little deeper into that. Why don't you take a look?
So, some people have asked, where did I come from before Hoonigan? What did I do? Well, before I worked at Hoonigan, I was working with Formula Drift teams. One with Andrew Gray and one with Dean Carney, and also with the Worthhouse Drift team. I've started cars kind of a long time ago. It's been about 12 years now. And I worked at a shop called Nocturnal Motorworks that my buddy owned. It's in St. Louis. And we did a bunch of different drift swaps and roll cages and custom fabrication and cool stuff like that. From there, I went into Formula Drift. Worked with Andrew Gray from Power Vehicles, a Formula Drift driver. And he is now a 3-time champion in Formula Drift Japan. And I actually went over there and worked with him in Japan for a while at a Bisu circuit, driving cars, building wrecked cars, and built a car for his season coming up for 2017, which he also won. Good time over there for me. And when I came back, moved to California, jumped onto the Bridges Racing team with Dean Carnage Carney, and also working with the Worthhouse Drift team of James Dean and Peter Visick. And we had a really good season this year, so.
What is a good season?
A good season? Well, we got Crew of the Year, we got Rookie of the Year, and we won the season. And there's multiple things added to that, but it was a good season for us. I got into fab work and welding just out of necessity because I was driving cars myself and I wanted to learn how to do everything because I didn't have the budget to do it, so I had to learn somehow. Basically just searched on forums and got guidance from friends that knew stuff and was a fly on the wall at multiple garages and just tried to learn as much as I can. And that's kind of just where my love for it came from. I wanted to drive and I wanted to feed that need to drive, so I had to build my own stuff. And then I ended up just loving fab stuff. Now it's just as relaxing to me as driving. It's just building something cool. Well, when I first started, I really didn't have any idea what I was doing. I was just reading stuff online and just kind of hoping for the best and just taking stuff apart like, hopefully that'll go back together. But I knew that I had to change because I was getting frustrated with not doing the right job and then having broken parts and I couldn't drive then. Also, I wanted to get some schooling in, because I just wanted to know how to weld better for the fabrication side. Where I'm from, there wasn't too much fabrication going on in the car world, so I had to kind of step up my game there and go to a tech school. But there's stuff that I learned in tech school that I never even would have thought I'd learn. Just more in depth and just a better way to do things. And it just made everything so much easier for me to actually put into work rather than take a guess. Like I positively knew what I had to do. You have to learn it for different tech stuff. So SCCA, NASA, Formula Drift, rally stuff, they're all different. You just have to know how to make it past tech and do it correctly. I gotta know positively that when my driver sends it out there that he's gonna be safe and I did the right job. Like you can't just backyard build something and hope for the best. These guys are slinging 100 miles an hour at the wall. Like you gotta know it's good. Where I'm from, I was always told to go to college and just get a normal job and do that stuff, but that's not what I wanted to do. I always loved working with cars and metal and stuff like that, and figured out that I could do that. There's multiple opportunities out there to actually do what you want to do, and there's multiple schools out there to accommodate. So recently we teamed up with Interstate Batteries on the Shift the Myth campaign. Basically it's just to encourage all you guys to get out there and go build your cars, go tinker with stuff, go take it apart. Just if you enjoy it, go do it. Maybe college isn't for you. It wasn't for me. Check out a tech school. Do something fun, build something with your hands. Shift the myth.
So the other week while at Grange shooting for Super Street, our man Larry Chen got a chance to chase down the Twerkstallion in Orange Bang. Let's let Hurt tell you a little bit about it.
That's your fault.
How's that my fault? I wasn't driving.
It was your idea, though.
I did egg you on. I'm just glad I didn't hit it.
No, you did a good job.
Larry had the bright idea to
tell me, hey, let's go to Granger. I want to do some chase cam, get a nice photo for a certain magazine, and I also want to take some video of chasing you.
All right, just got to Grange with Old Orange Bang, my tow vehicle, and look what we have here. I can't believe this guy actually beat me to Grange.
I was like, where's Larry? Where is he? You gonna do some grip laps too?
Just to warm up, but mostly I'm here to try to get some nice shots of this baby. But I also want to redo that video that we did before.
At a Horse Thief?
Yeah, so we've never done that here. I've never done that here. Let's try that and see how it comes out, yeah?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I mean, that's basically why I came here. Super D's in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
My
That's
gearing
gonna be
is
fun.
Yeah, my gearing is super long, so I bought a shorter ratio ring and pinion, but I haven't put it in yet. I'm seeing if this will work here, and if not, then before Super D we'll put it in.
Okay. Practice for Super D, shakedown.
Yeah. And obviously Super Street.
Oh yeah. How about that? A little secret photo shoot going on. Well, anyways, good to see you, and let's drive. Honestly, for me, it's the best view of drifting. There's one thing to be in the car following another car during tandem, but it's another thing to be in that pocket. You know, you just leave just enough room for my car, and then I have to back up and let you transition, and then I go back into that pocket on the other side. It's such a fun thing for me to do.
We were basically tandeming. 2 different disciplines, but tandem nonetheless.
Yeah, there was one point where I got a little sideways, like for a microsecond, and we were basically tandeming.
And there were also points where I spun the out and he had to not hit me.
There were many of those points. That was sketchy. What happened there? Hurt? It was a lot of fun for sure, and you know what a lot of people don't realize is it's just one of those things that you really can't just go and find someone and start doing chase cam stuff. Like, we planned out our run, planned out our driving style, everything to cater what you guys saw in that video.
So basically I was going out there, going full hot rod, doing my type of driving, and Larry's like, if you change this and this and this right here, we got a banger.
One of the things for me, since he has way more horsepower now versus when he was twin turbo V8.
I actually have less power, but the car's somehow faster.
Maybe you have more traction. Shout out to Falcon for that. But here's the thing. There was one point when I followed you before on Horse Thief, another racetrack.
Yeah.
Cut to that footage. I could still keep up with you. Like, if I was going full throttle, you could hear my turbos in this video. You can clearly hear
So
my
sad
turbos.
that's not my car fluttering. But we're both run Garrett, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. But it's just crazy because before I could seriously keep up with you every single corner.
Yeah.
You know, corner, exit, and I could definitely dive in when you're actually going corner.
Quiet on set!
The point is, it was easy to get that footage, you know, even though I was shooting super wide. Like, for example, this video I was shooting with a Canon 5D Mark III, and we were shooting at 20 millimeter. So I knew I had to get really close to fill up the frame. All right, so my main goal today is to, of course, get some still photos, but we're gonna shoot video also. So we got the Canon 5D Mark III 17-40 mounted up front. Lewis is gonna remote trigger it while I'm driving, and we're gonna have another video camera filming up here just to kind of show overall action. This should be an interesting setup. It's kind of one of those things, you know, we just practiced over time to perfect how stable it is, but basically if I shake this mount, it's shaking the whole car. Yeah, the whole car is moving. Yeah, so it's pretty stable. And the suspension on the Z is pretty soft, so Kurt's out there practicing. He's gonna get a couple laps in before I actually chase him. But it should be fun. The main point is I can outbrake him. I'm running semi-slicks. If he spins out, I'll be able to stop. So I knew I had to get really close to fill up the frame. I think we achieved that.
Can you explain to the non-nerds 20 mil versus whatever?
20 mil is like this wide. Like really. So 50 is like what we see, like normal eye vision, I guess.
Okay.
And then 35 is generally what I like to shoot because it's a little wider than what we see. Plus cars are generally bigger than most other subjects in terms of like, if you're shooting people, you're getting bored, I know, sorry. But 20 mil is really wide, and I basically had to follow so close to the point where I could see the shadow of the camera on your bumper.
Every time I transitioned, Larry was in my door, one side or the other, and I was like, ooh, I better not move.
And the best part is I could see you clearly. I'm watching your movements. I'm watching your hands. That thing is fast.
What?
That thing is so fast. We need to do one video lap. I'm watching where you're looking, you know, because I want to get that first bit of information if you're about to spin out or if something is going wrong or whatever. You know, I don't want to hit you, even though there was plenty of times where I almost hit you.
Yeah.
But it was all worth it because I'm just so happy with the photos that came out of it, plus the video was just so awesome.
Thank you for making me go out there. I needed that thrash session, and I needed to make sure my car would work for Super D because the gearing is really long. T56 on a rotary motor, 410 rear. I don't know. Whatever that science is, it's weird.
But like, it was super fun to be able to push you because I straight up told you, you have to take every corner wide. If you can extend it somehow where you're drifting and you're making smoke, but you're not accelerating, you know, which allows me to place the camera where I want it. You know, that was for me so fun to do and so fun to just, for it to come together.
Right. Well, the damage isn't too bad though. I fucked up my rear bumper. It's a hot mess. Old girl is still good though.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing, is old girl, your girl's pretty old, but my girl's really old.
Yeah.
I mean, the 240Z, mine's a 1970, so it's coming on 50 years old, you know?
Yeah.
So that thing, for it to be able to perform like that and do chase car duties, like I'm so stoked on.
Well, you want to know a secret about this car? About 3 years ago, Rob crashed into me because I overthrew it.
Uh-huh.
And so in order for my car to kind of be straight, notice how the BC is zero camber basically here?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, wow.
This side is.
Oh, wow.
And that's the only way to make this car drive straight. So.
How about that?
Yeah, so talk about my driving all you want. I'm driving a wrecked ass car.
Hey, you want to talk after watching this video? Feel free. Show us your chase cam footage.
Yeah, Larry has my back.
Show us. Show us.
Deal with Larry.
Tag us in your chase cam.
Don't tag us because we're not going to watch it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excited to see the photos. On to the next segment. Ow, man.
So much to talk about. I'm gonna sit here and tell you the great debate. Are Skylines worth the money? As an owner of one, I can tell you, when they say you can't buy happiness, well, you can. Is it fast? It ain't as fast as would you like it to be. It's a 25-year-old car. 25 years ago it was fast, but Gary, the C5 Corvette is west. Stop comparing it to a Corvette! It's two different classes. Inline 6 versus V8. I'm tired of it. All you come over here like, my dad's Corvette's faster than your car. Whose car? Your dad's car, not yours. I'll beat your daddy anytime, any day. As long as it's not a straight line. I'm just tired of it. All you kids sit here. Shut up. Shut up. Go outside and read a book. Open up Google. Open up a Wikipedia. Do something with your life. Be something. Don't be that, oh, my brother's cousin's ex-girlfriend, twice removed boyfriend has a C5 with a supercharger and 1,000 horsepower. What kind of tires you got? You don't know. He just told you something. You open up the hood and it's got the stock engine covers. Now you look stupid. You're looking like the boy who cried wolf. You look like Icarus. You flew too high to the sun that your wings melted. Now sit your little ass down and learn something with Uncle Gary. You got that? Stop this debate. V8s, old cars. I'm not saying I don't like V8s. I'm just saying, stop comparing the two. You can't come to an Apple Fest and bring an orange and expect everybody to like apples. Okay? Ew, I said that wrong. Bananas. Eat bananas. Potassium. Strong for your legs.
So there you have it. Debate settled. Car chased. Dan, known. If you'd like Gary King to yell at you about something, why don't you comment below? Give us some topics. See if you have what it takes. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode. Here's your moment of sense.
Bruh.